should be very crazy. But if you want to import parts, Asebo parts bring a tire hygiene, Asebo here, the government should embrace you in open arms. By that, we are going to increase, we are going to create job for youth for those people who assemble those cars. We frustrate that kind of stuff. But for us who want to assemble the import duty for parts, it should be relatively low, so that you can see the cost of importing a V8 is almost very cheaper when you bring those parts and bring it here. Another thing, the last machine that I brought in my factory that is based in Kirinyaga County, I bought it at 520,000 in China. But the cost of bringing it from China to my factory was 330,000 Kenya shillings. That's the cost of another machine. I could have bought two. This is the idea, this is what we need. We need to have a government to work closely with people like KEPSA. KEPSA has our record, all those companies registered in Kenya. KEBS have our record because our products are all certified and approved by KEBS. We have organizations like KLI. KLI have our tax compliance, they have our record. This is what we should do. All those bodies under the Ministry of Trade probably, and investors if possible, they can have a pool of resources. Myself as a young innovator and an entrepreneur, I just need to get resources to buy the machine from China. And once I get it, I just need to tell my supplier, please take it to this warehouse. Probably our government warehouse, a KEPSA warehouse in India, US or China. Once it's there, a government will facilitate bringing that machine for me, also start the cost of the custom for me, the 300,000 I paid. And once the machine are here in Kenya, I should be called, and to go and pick the machines, and the government give me at least 1 year to use this machine, and then I start paying back this 300,000. That's what we need. And when we are getting the invoice for those machines that the government has imported on our behalf, the invoice should have a very big disclaimer that the government of Kenya, through the Ministry of Trade and Industrialization, reserves the ownership of this machine until the day you will pay this. So when I'm buying those machines in China, I won't be bothering to have like shipping costs. I have the machine, the government ships for me. The 300,000 I pay for shipping, probably I can pay it in probably 5 months or 50,000 each. And also, as I finish, Right Honorable Raila Odinga, we had a study in Mount Kenya in Kirinyaga next week. I wish to officially invite you to my factory so that you can come and see probably what we do and how you can help the youth in Kenya. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, and I wish you a happy Mashujaa Day. For those who wish to buy our cable in the name of Buy Kenya, Build Kenya, we have them there. We are going to sell to you at only Kenya shillings 200. Buy Kenya, Build Kenya.
Makofi mazuri tafadhali. Our next speaker is Caroline Mwangi.
Nakafiti. My name is Caroline Mwangi. I'm a farmer. I make money from soil. I'm in agriculture, and I'm the founder and CEO of Kimplanta Seedlings and Nurseries Limited. We have branches across the counties, Kiambu, Murang'a, and Kajiado. I am also the founder of Karo Kimplanta Foundation, which is an initiative we are running with the youth. It's called Tunale Mayang, and this is my call to action for the next government. We want this initiative that focuses on youth and children in school to change their negative mindset on agriculture and embrace it as a lucrative business to go across the country. In partnership with the county government of Kiambu and like-minded stakeholders, we have been able to train so many youths to be able to look at agriculture as an industry that is honorable and admirable to the young people. Because look at what happened with COVID. After the jobs were gone, you ran to us. You came for food, you came for business. But when COVID is going, you're going to forget about us. What if we abandon you with the next pandemic? This is what we want as young people in agriculture. We all can't fit in the farm. We all know the challenges. We don't have money. We don't have land. There's VAT on seeds. We don't want to focus on our problems. We want to focus on what solution can you give to us. I have the solution: value chains in agriculture. As farmers, we have identified our strengths. We know our weaknesses. We know the opportunities, and the opportunities are in the value chains of agriculture. We want to go into processing. We want to go into value addition. We want to go into marketing. We want to do all of these things that our youth can do at home without the limitation of land. With the current generation, you cannot tell them, go and you tend to Napier grass, get milk to get yogurt. It will not work. You need to start with yogurt, cost this much. This is the process of making yogurt, and you know what yogurt comes from the cow. So they will focus on where the cow is. Then we'll have another person who is telling us these yogurts can be exported, or this herb can go to the outside country. That is the only way you're going, or rather we are going to get the attention of the youth in agriculture. In a bid to focus on food production and nutrition in marginalized communities, I have a company that is called Elea Agri-Africa. This company is based in Maasai Land. What we do is we go to these women, we tell them, you know what, you need a balanced diet to complement your meat and your milk. Imagine if we do all this to other women who are in Maasai Land. They'll be self-sufficient in terms of food, they'll be self-sufficient in terms of income, and we'll have somebody who is full. We are told empower a woman and you empower a community. Hata nyinyi politicians, ukiwa na mtu ameshiba hata kusumbua ukiingia kwa ofisi. So I would want to call upon all the leaders who are here, as we are going back to campaign, do not just go with a tree. Go with a house of avocado. Go with a cabbage. Go with knowledge. Bring on board your target groups to our initiative so that we can train them. They will know how to empower themselves. We need to know how we are going to eradicate rural poverty and empower our youth. We need to give them hope. And the only way we can give them hope is they have money in their pockets. The biggest threat we have as the youth in agriculture is because we have realized we are not taking the positions that we need to take on the tables that make policies for us. They know we need to reduce the VAT, they know we need money, but again we say the average age of a farmer is 60 years. Then next year, the same 60-year-old sits at the Ministry of Agriculture. No, I want to take that position. As the youth, we say, if it is not with us, it is not for us. If it is not for us to change it, it is for us to understand it from within. And that is my call to action for Baba. In the next government, I'm ready. Thank you so much. And with that, we are going to be saying, congratulations, Baba. Thank you.
Tuko na watenda kazi ambao wanaelewa masuala ambayo yanaumiza vijana. The next speaker is Martin Njoroge Kimani.
Right Honorable Raila Moral Dinga, dignified guests, and our honored students and the youth. So today I've been asked to talk about youth and agriculture, to take up from my sister. My name is Martin Njoroge. I work with the Kenya Organic Agriculture Network. I'm also a resident of Kiambu, and I am a farmer. I have been farming for many years with starts and stops, and it has taught me many things. And in my work as a person in Kenya Organic Agriculture Network, I work with farmers, I work with youth, I work with different kinds of people all over the country. And I've been able to see the problems are the same. The problems manifest themselves in three main ways. The first one is access to land. We are told that the youth need to take up the mantle of agriculture. But if you look at Mount Kenya, you find that We are only given eighths, half of an eighth. What are you supposed to do with that? You're supposed to produce, you're supposed to make a living from that. And that is actually pushing youths out. And then we come to the aspect of financing. Without money, without capital, you don't get good seed, you don't get good inputs, you don't get irrigation, you don't get anything. So you find that us as the youth, we are actually being excluded from the process of agriculture. And then we come to the last and main point, which I think everybody here can actually resonate with. Kitu ya kwanza ni soko. Market, market, market. Who here has ever been, who has ever grown something? You have ever had the money, you went to the farm, you farmed something really good, and then unapatana na broker kwa soko. You are actually demolished at that point. It actually kills you. And this is something that I myself have gone through multiple times. And it's only because I have people around me who have been able to support and take me out from that I've not sunk into depression, because it's actually something that's killing youth. It's killing so many people in Kenya. The fact that they are gatekeepers in agriculture, that the youth are actually not participating fully in agriculture, that in a sector that employs 60% of Kenyan people, only 1 out of 10 youths are actually participating fully in agriculture. And agriculture has the potential to absorb youth. You see, last year, even in the midst of COVID, we recorded at least 150 billion. 150 billion. We had grown from 145 in 2019, and in 2020, exports were up to 150 billion. And you know, only 1 out of 10 youth were in that. So who's eating the piece of the cake? So, my task to you, Bwana Right Honorable Raila Omolo Odinga. I am a youth. I have been able to go and start my farm in Mbeere County, Mbeere Embu County. I have been able to put in the money. I've been able to put in the work. Now, I'm still worried about markets. I'm still worried about when I go and harvest, will I actually get that market? Will I be taken back to poverty? Because I don't have that access to market. Anyway, a wheelbarrow will not work for me, you know. Thank you.
Asante sana. The key word here is manufacturing, value addition. We cannot be exporting our raw materials. That is where employment creation lies. Our next speaker is Dr. Bundi Karao.
The Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, habari zenu. My name is Dr. Bundi Karao from Meru County. I'm a consultant physician and also the chairman, Meru Youth Service. This is the only youth service in our county, and I'm hopeful that in the next government, there will be a youth service for every county. Because we need to devolve youth empowerment to the county level, and I believe if resources are taken to the counties, this can happen. I've been given a moment to speak about youth and health. As doctors, we usually focus on the problem, the diagnosis, and the prognosis. What is the problem? The problem with our youth is neglect, it is hopelessness, it is lawlessness, it is apathy. The feeling that they don't belong. What is the diagnosis? The diagnosis is mental disease, suicide, drug and substance abuse, and generally hopelessness among our youth. What is the solution? The solution is to involve our youths in the affairs of their nation. The solution is to ensure that this forums like these continue even after the next government is formed. And the problem of health in this country, especially 10 years after devolution, will be solved only by a social democrat. And I'm sure in front of us we have a social democrat who has the interests of Kenyans at heart. And I want to say this, Right Honorable Prime Minister, that as you take Kenyans to Canaan, because now we are circling the walls of Jericho, we cannot take sick Kenyans to Canaan. We'll take healthy Kenyans to Canaan. They are the only ones who can make the final jump. And the only way to do that is to empower devolution, take resources to the counties so that salaries of nurses, doctors, clinic officers don't delay for 3 months, so that drugs don't go out of stock, so that our diagnostics are improved. That is possible if we have goodwill from the top. God bless you.
I have immense pride listening to all the speakers. Hapa naona ma-advisor, naona ma-CS, naona commissioners. Baba, itawezekana 70% serikali ya vijana. Sio? Is it not so? Our next speaker is none other than Anthony Manyara.
Thank you. Comrades power! Comrades power! Comrades Baba Tibin! Comrades wanakaa ni kama wako leo hapa. Comrades power! Comrades Tibin! Thank you so much. The 5th President of the country, Baba Raila Amolo Odinga, all protocol observed. Comrades wote wako hapa. Kwanza kabisa jina langu ni Anthony Manyara. I'm the President, Kenya University Students Organization, and also the President of East African Students Union. Baba, as I speak here today, I speak representing more than 6.5 million students in the country, and I come here simply because we have issues which I will address very fast before I talk about politics. Jambo la kwanza, Baba, I think I need some audience kidogo. You know, I'm a comrade, lazima Baba anisikize. Okay. Baba says he can multitask, na mimi I agree. Last night I called Baba nikamwambia kwamba the attire of today ambayo nilikuwa tuvae, unaona imefanana na ya Baba, blue from juu mpaka chini, ni kiatu peke yake haifanani. Baba, I think comrades are the most oppressed in this society, and I'm saying this because when it comes to matters HELB, kumekuwa na shinda kubwa sana. HELB imekuwa ikiwa reduced tremendously. From way back in 2017 up to now, it has gone down, and university students cannot survive in school. As we speak, Baba, some of the university students are eating rat meat. It is very unfortunate because we expect our students, when they come to the university, they are able to stay, they are able to sustain their own lives. Number 2, Baba, TVET institutions in our universities in this country. TVET institutions, we lack a basic sustainability plan. Wanafunzi wakipitia zile TVET institutions, what is the transition? So we expect the next government, Baba, we are able to address students who are in TVET institutions. How will they transit the next life? Another issue, Baba, Joe Biden in the United States, he came up with a plan which he allocated more than $1.8 trillion for ensuring that he is supporting education. As we speak, Baba, today, universities have undergone some capitation, whereby the amount of money which is being allocated by government, the education sector, has tremendously been cut short. Mimi kama chairman wa wanafunzi, Baba, of the 6.5 million students in this country, I pray the next government will ensure that there is reduction of school fees so that students can be able to sustain their lives and even parents can be able to afford education. Another issue, Baba, wanafunzi wakimaliza shule. Take for instance myself, I'm an architect. Very many students struggle before they transit maybe to various companies. Mimi nikiwa hapa naomba serikali yako, Baba, next year, because I believe and I have faith, you're the next president of this country. Next year, we want that your government will give incentives to private companies, government entities, parastatals, they must ensure that those companies have been given incentives so that they can be able to open up internships, attachments, and also job opportunities for these young entrepreneurs and students who are coming to the market. Another issue, Baba, which I'm very sure you're very much noting because nikitoka hapa, those students will be on my neck. There is a very acute problem of accommodation in this country. Students have nowhere to live. Mimi naomba serikali yako Baba, next year and going forward, that we will ensure we come up with policies as a government whereby it will be regulating these institutions, their university councils and senate, and even the university university executive board, to ensure those policies, when they effected, there are very many lands which are being owned by these institutions. They are being utilized so that universities can build up structures to ensure they accommodate those students to avoid, to avoid making those students staying outside school whereby the rent is too high, they cannot be able to sustain their lives. Jambo lingine Baba, wanafunzi ambao wanaingia chekechea, there are approximately 2 million each year. Wale wanafika class 8, there are approximately 800,000. 800,000 approximately to 1 million. That makes us question the fact that where do these more than 1 million students go when hawafiki pale class 8? Wale wanafika class 8 wakienda mpaka form 4, wale wanamaliza form 4, they are approximately 600,000. That means education in Kenya, which is envisioned in Vision 2030, and also Sustainable Development Goals number 4, and also it is even in African Union Agenda 2063, is not taken seriously as a country. So mimi naomba Baba, in the next government, which I'm very much hopeful that we will be able to execute, we are going to have a government that respects education, a government that ensures that from the level of nursery school upwards, wanafunzi watakuwa wanatiliwa maanani. La mwisho Baba, la mwisho kabisa, because hapa ni University of Nairobi grounds, nitakuwa nimekosea sana, even before I just put one word ya politics, without recognizing the many student leaders here who have come. Tafadhali, if you are a student leader, please amsha mkono usalimiane. If you are a student leader, even I can see the Secretary General here, you can see the main campus governor there. La mwisho Baba, let me put it very categorical. I'm just talking now politics. Mimi natumai ya kwamba, because I come from the Mount Kenya region, I come from Meru County. I'm not speaking even not as a comrade, but speaking representing the very many youths coming from Mount Kenya region. Juzi tumeona jamaa wetu wa Wilbaro amesema ya kwamba for you to enter Mount Kenya